Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Discovery Pod with Eve. I am Eve Richards. We've got such an extraordinary guest with us today, Shalini Vadhera, a global entrepreneur and founder of Ready, Set, Jet. We're looking forward to this conversation with her. Before we delve into her background, I'm joined by my co-host, Grace Field.
Hey,
She's an actress. She a Broadway star, recently starred in Rekindled for Christmas. Grace, welcome back.
Thank you so much, darling. So happy to be here with the best host ever.
Well,
and obviously the best guest ever. I mean, come on.
Thank you,
we
Grace.
got two legends right here. It's pretty
Grace,
great.
Before we start talking to Shalini,
Yeah.
What are you working on that you would like the audience to know about?
Well, I'm slated for 5 films next year, and then I'm also doing a Broadway development playing Marilyn Monroe.
That's fantastic.
So, yep, we've done it at Carnegie Hall and a couple other places, and now they've asked me to do the next part. So, here we go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's a great segue into introducing our guest. Today's guest is someone whose impact reaches far beyond beauty. Shalini Vadhera. She's an internationally recognized entrepreneur, innovator, and global advocate for women. She's the founder and CEO of Ready, Set, Jet.
Wow.
The first certified beauty brand to launch into space.
What? Did
into
you
the
say
International Space Station. Yes.
Oh! Excuse you, like
Yes.
blush flying in the air? That's
From
amazing.
best-selling
I love
author
it.
to global educator to industry trailblazer, Shalini has shaped a career rooted in empowerment, cultural intelligence, and purpose-driven leadership. Her work spans more than 40 countries. She has advised government, supported women through vocational training, and redefined what it means to build a brand with global impact and heart. Shalini, welcome to the Discovery Pod with Eve. It's so good to have you with us today, even though you're not here with us in person.
Yes.
Thank you. I know. I'm so sad I'm not with you guys right now, but I'm here on the digital version of this.
Of course. And we know you've been traveling around the world. You just got back from Dubai. You were all over Asia.
Dubai.
So thank you for being with us. I know Roger said you've been very, very busy. So I'll ask the first question. You know, Ready, Set, Jet became the first certified beauty brand to launch into space. To the International Space Station. When you remove the headlines and the history-making language, what did that moment actually feel like to you?
I mean, first of all, I think, as you know, you build your career, you do amazing things, you meet amazing people. I personally am a pioneer at heart. I love to disrupt industries. I'm very rebellious. And I like to find ways to do things differently. So, I pretty much launched the global beauty movement in the United States back in 2005, 2006 with my best-selling book, Passport to Beauty, and then launching my first brand in Sephora, really showcasing the beauty secrets of different countries and why women were known for traffic stopping shiny hair in India, and why Chinese women never seem to age and Brazilian women have these amazing bodies, and it's not genetics, is these amazing rituals and traditions that have been passed down for centuries. So when it came time to building Ready, Set, Jet, which I created after I received the Mahatma Gandhi Award at the British House of Lords, and the government of India and the government of the UK came to me and said, we want more impact. And I wasn't quite ready yet to just go into philanthropic work. I realized that one language that every woman has spoken to me throughout my entire career, whether they are in a village, a slum, a city, Beverly Hills, is beauty. And I thought we had an incredible opportunity to actually use beauty as a vehicle for change. And so what being able to go to space means for me is the fact that we built this brand very intentionally, first by focusing on women. And I really wanted to create a platform where we could level the playing field for women, no matter their socioeconomic status. I'm very proud to say that we are 90% female funded.
Wow. Oh my
you.
gosh.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Thank you. And then how do we push science and innovation? Because, look, I'm an influencer sometimes. I have a lot of friends that are influencers, but there's more to, beauty than just a red lipstick. It's how we're creating the impact. It's what is the science? How are we innovating? How are we using all of the resources available to us to create the next generation of products? And to me, that's what space really symbolized, was this new frontier, and a frontier that was getting closer to us and faster than we could ever imagine. Wow. And could we actually utilize the harshest testing lab known to man, which is space, to validate thousands of years of ancient wisdom and beautiful oceanic biotech to see, will this really reduce inflammation on the skin? Will this really build the moisture barrier? Is this not about skincare anymore, but about extending the life of your skin and doing it in a way that means something? Our payload to go up on the Axiom 4 mission was supported by women all over the world. Wow. So going to space means so much more to me than going to space. It means, how we're bridging two universes together and how we're giving women opportunities to be very progressive and ambitious and reach their goals through us as well, and build that financial independence globally. With a community of over 10,000 women.
That's incredible. I mean, space would have been the last place, because when I think of astronauts, I usually think of women, because you're up in space. What is it? Zero gravity?
Yeah.
I would have never imagined astronauts using makeup, right?
So that's so cool.
How innovative.
Well, why not?
Yeah, and it's not even about makeup. I mean, if you look at, what happened to even Sunita Williams, like the acceleration of aging is so significant up there, because you're losing all that moisture, you're exposed to extreme radiation. And for me, it wasn't about, the bonus of all of this is that our products work so well that they're certified for human space flight, so they can be used in space by the astronauts because of all the benefits. But even more so, how do we translate all of that knowledge and science back to us?
Yeah.
The skin doesn't lie.
The research.
It doesn't, our skin remembers every fight and every flight, and all of the, this new lifestyle of like always being on the go. I always say my customers are the women that go from the beach to the boardroom to the boarding gates. That is stress that is inflaming and accelerating aging on our skin. So to be able to utilize the science and data and validation of what we proved in space back down to us every day is remarkable for our skincare. And then, of course, because I believe skin always comes first, all of our makeup was certified because it's based in the skincare first. And that skincare is what really got us, validated and approved to go to space.
That's fantastic.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to check this out. Yeah. I love it. And you travel a lot. And speaking of skin, like traveling definitely does all kinds of things to dryness, to traveling on planes and all the things. Like, what was the thing that kind of was the catalyst? You're like, okay, skincare, makeup, this is the thing. Because I know you've always been a superstar, but you weren't always as well known. Can you talk a little bit about how you started and how travel maybe was a catalyst in it, in you starting your global superstar brand?
Yeah. Travel is the entire reason that my career is what it is. And that's because, I grew up in San Diego. My
Beautiful
mom and dad were from India and Kenya. And so, as a child, we would go to Kenya to visit my grandparents in the summers. And then every couple of years, we'd go spend our winters. My mom would pull us out of school for a month, take all of our homework, and we'd spend our winters in India. And we didn't have a ton of money at all, but, we'd fly west from the West Coast. So we'd fly on Singapore Airlines, Japan Airlines, all of these airlines with the most beautiful flight attendants. And as a young girl who was exceptionally bullied for looking different, I'd go on these flights.
You're bullied. Beautiful. I'm like, what?
What? I know. We're shooketh.
Yeah,
okay?
Seriously? Not you.
The most beautiful? Are you kidding
I know.
me? That's so...
What a burn on all those guys that used to throw rocks and dog poo at me. But anyways... Moving on from that, but I would literally get on these flights and I'd see these women that were like walking Barbie dolls. I mean, I was so enchanted. And I think, the open-minded, curious side of my mother really had me fall in love with travel and discovery and, just being in that constant state of exploration. And then my father sent me to India when I was 19 with a plane ticket and $1,000 and told me to start my own company. And I hysterically cried secretly, thinking they were secretly arranging my marriage, but they weren't.
No.
And so all of that really played into the celebration of different countries and their rituals and wanting to showcase that to the world. But then, as I got older and as, a lot of my customers started traveling more, it was really about how do we, save time? How do we save space? Yeah. How do we create products that don't spill? How do we create products that perform in every environment, in every climate? And that was the basis of me going into the lab with my chemists and saying, okay, the 25 years of global beauty secrets, we definitely want that. But they have to be waterless because I hate when things spill in my bag, and so do a lot of women. They have to be portable. And they have to be multifunctional. So I'm getting 2 to 4 uses out of every side of my product. Wow. So I created the beauty baton. And the reason I named it the baton,
I love it,
is because I wanted more women to pass the baton to other women and realize that only good's going to happen when you do that and you come together and collaborate.
Pass the baton, baby. Yes.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So we have a whole Pass the Baton initiative, but you'll see that all of the products are an anhydrous, waterless technology.
Yes.
So even the cleanser is waterless.
Wow.
So
Stop right now.
Wipe it on, massage it in, and it breaks down in a tri-phase way. So it goes from a balm, and as you're massaging, it turns into an oil, which turns into like a very fine microfoam. And then all you need to do is tissue it off. So you don't need any water anywhere.
Amazing.
So you can do it on the go. And same thing, even with our scrub. Our scrub is actually a sugar scrub built into a waterless technology into the balm. So I'm sure you guys know that sometimes when you use a scrub, you can strip your skin.
Yes,
and then
it can be
it gets
very
oilier,
harsh.
and then you break out, and then you tear it. That won't happen with this. And that's one of the reasons that these products were so quickly certified for space, is because of the fact that they're anhydrous, but also pushing all that moisture back in because you're losing all of that. And then, of course, to save space, these come apart. So when it comes
That's
to
incredible.
packing, you don't need to have a huge bag, and you can then start to mix and match as you're going out. If you're going out with your girlfriends, maybe you want your lip and cheek stain and a highlighter. If you're going to the gym, you can put a cleanser and a moisturizer.
That's so cool.
So I really wanted to simplify everything for all of the women out there, and men, because a lot of men love these too, but even more so, see how we push science, how we push innovation, and at the same time celebrate travel, because I'm obsessed. I could just literally ready, set, jet every day. And I do. I think that's one of the reasons, Eve, that we're not together, because I was like,
of course,
Australia, Dubai for 3 weeks. And I
what
was
a
like,
great
I just
story.
went home.
I love that packaging. I've actually used your highlighter, and it's just beautiful. I love the packaging. So Ready Jet Set, what you've talked about, Ready Set Jet is rooted in science and travel and empowerment. If you had to describe the brand's purpose without using the word beauty, how would you define it?
Ooh.
Impact, innovation, IP, science, global, universal.
Yes.
We're the universe.
Wow.
And I think, I'll add one thing, but this is very personal. I will add that we have definitely had divine guidance in this. It's just, it's happened so beautifully, and it's manifested exactly how it should, if not even better and bigger.
Yeah.
And so I have a very strong spiritual side. So I definitely feel that the divine has its hands in also guiding this brand, which is really exciting.
Incredible. And I've got to say, I see your posts all the time, and just to see how your brand is doing. The post on Instagram, it's incredible. So congratulations on all your success. A follow-up question for anyone out there who wants to go out and purchase Ready, Set, Jet.
I'm there.
Obviously, it's the holiday season.
I need some stuff, baby.
Yes, a lot of women are looking for new products. Where can we purchase? I know you've got a website, right? Where else could people go? And
So right now we are 100% online because we're getting ready for a major launch in 2026
Oh my
with a much more
Yes.
extended product line, like the new ones coming out that are
Wow.
all about the beauty secrets
Look
of
at
the
the
Middle
packaging.
East,
I
all the
know,
golden
I'm
oils
obsessed.
of the Middle East and Mediterranean, that all the pigments and micas from Ayurveda. And you'll see these are very different. So when you use the space certified products, you'll notice that the pigments are really intense, very rich, because there's no water to dilute any of that. This goes into a much more beautiful glow formula of oils and nourishment. So you'll see
Ooh,
like
Oh, I
look at
love that.
that.
Oh, wow.
That's so
You know?
nice.
That's
and you can use it on
That's a
lips and
perfect
eyes
color.
and anywhere you need it. So you're getting a sneak peek of what's happening in
wow.
2026. There'll be
And
a
the packaging, that
Yeah.
color, it's black. It's beautiful.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
like,
gorge.
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
luxurious and rich where you don't have to spend $1 million. Like
Thank
that's
you.
the perfect.
and so it's
blend.
on Ready Set Jet website, right? That's the only place where folks can purchase today.
As of today, yes. But in a couple months, it'll be a different story. So, and we'll let you know when that happens.
Awesome.
That's so cool. And what's your favorite product that you have right now? Or what are you most excited about in your product line that's coming up?
My favorite okay, I have two actually. I can't say one.
Yes, give us
The
all the
bomb.
things.
The bomb is like I could eat it. It's so delicious.
What
and
is
so
it?
Nurturing. It's a multi-purpose balm. So
Cute.
like if you've got chapped lips, but you can use it under the eyes. You know the whole Aquaphor trend. Like you can use
Yes.
this under the eyes.
Totally.
This has all of the beauty secrets from India, Egypt, France. This actually has a bioactive marine retinol. So I don't know if you
Wow.
guys use retinol.
I do.
In
At
don't.
please.
I'm a terrible girl.
I use it at night.
I don't know anything about skin.
Okay.
the exact
Okay, so
opposite. But teach me all the things.
Retinol is brightening, is anti-aging, but a lot of women will either get red, they'll peel, or if you've got like a pigmented skin tone, it leaves your skin open to hyperpigmenting in the sun. So we actually have a marine retinol from the
Wow.
coastlines of France, which is their beauty secret.
That sounds so
That does
fancy.
everything that retinol does with zero side effects.
Oh
Zero
gosh,
side effects.
love that.
So this balm, so I'll tell you, you'll love this actually. This balm was inspired by my producers in Amsterdam. So I had a media deal
Aw.
out of Amsterdam and I used to shoot all the beauty secrets around the world. And then I would curate an entire box for you and go in the lab and create 3 products and then curate as if you were going with me to
Wow.
Barcelona or Tibet. So we were shooting in Amsterdam and it was so cold and they kept pulling out that one product and they put on their brows and then they'd use it on their lashes. And then like a little bit later, they're using it on their cuticles and then they're like sealing their split ends. And I'm like, what is that product? You keep pulling out the same product. And they're like, oh, we believe in minimalist beauty, Shalini. We use one product for everything. And I'm like, okay, no. I have to remember that I have to make something like that for all of us. So this balm does everything. Like anywhere
Wow.
you're dry, and then it just pushes the moisture in, all the anti-inflammatory benefits.
love
so this
that.
is definitely my favorite. I have the end, like I have 4 of them.
Wow.
All over. I have one by my bedside, one in my
Love it.
purse,
That
one
is
in
the
my
product
car, one
for
in my
me.
office. And then the other product that I love is our blurring primer serum.
Oh.
Because you can use this every day, every morning as your daily face serum. So you get all the moisture and benefits.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's also married with a primer that blurs out all your fine lines and pores.
Wow.
So it gives you like a super smooth canvas, whether you wear makeup or not. If you wear makeup, as you know, with a primer, then you end up using a lot less. But then I tinted it purple. So Eve, I don't know if you know that I was a celebrity makeup artist for years.
Yes, I
got
do.
my big break on
Oh,
the Tonight
yes.
Show with Jay Leno.
Oh, yes.
And-
Okay. How fabulous.
Yeah, and so purple was kind of a secret we used on set because what it does is the hue actually acts as an optical illusion and it distracts the eye from any type of like sunspots, age spots, and it's almost like you've got your own ring light
Wow.
following you around town.
Okay.
So that's why I always add a little bit of my secrets of things I learned throughout my career, like,
That's
you know, with the
fantastic.
producers
That's
and with
awesome.
you know, the purple on set. I always add that into all of my formulas because I
Ring
go
light in a bottle, baby. We love that.
That's incredible.
Awesome.
Yes.
But I love that it's like so low, because I'm kind of low maintenance. I'm like a tomboy at heart. You wouldn't know because I wear dresses now, but like it's nice. You have products that people can use and you'd be like, okay, this works for like 20 different things. And it's all in this like little container. That's awesome. I love it.
A lot of women usually have
time.
Yeah. So you've been a makeup artist
for like an 11-step routine. I just don't. And I don't want to do
right. Who has time for that?
Routine.
Yeah, that's incredible. So being a makeup artist and now you've got your own products, what advice would you give to any woman out there who's struggling with some type of skincare routine? That's something that a lot of women would say in the world, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Just to keep their face as you age, there are certain things you have to do to maintain the elasticity or you've traveled as well and you know a lot about the beauty industry from all the different countries. So what advice would you give anyone?
I mean, first off, I think just getting consistent with skincare is really important.
I need a
not
notepad
just
to
doing
take
it once a
notes.
week, but making it a daily routine. Because one thing I really learned when I started looking at the world of beauty was that pretty much everywhere outside the United States is a very proactive approach to beauty versus reactive. I feel like we are here and we're like, oh my God, I have a wrinkle, or oh my God, I have a zit. And then we run to the store and buy something. Whereas everywhere else in the world, they wake up and they drink their elixirs and they, give themselves a coconut oil scalp massage 2 to 3 times a week. And they're very proactive in taking care of their skin, their mind, their overall health. So I think getting consistent and wanting to do that self-care is really important. Second, I really believe in simplifying. I know a lot of us don't have time. So I think the more complicated a skincare routine is, the less likely you're going to do all the steps and use it properly. So that was one of the reasons that I made all of these multifunctionals. So you could do 2 or 3 steps in one product.
Love that.
And then of course, cleansing is important. And as we age, hydration, like making sure that we are staying super hydrated and utilizing products that actually do build the moisture barrier and, take care of the skin, not just on the surface, but, in a much deeper, more impactful way. You'll notice that you go to dry climates and the women look a lot older. Mm-hmm. Some of them look older, and it's not necessarily because they just look older. It's because the dry environment has just sucked the moisture out and made every wrinkle, more apparent. So hydration is not only topically, but also internally. So like the women in Switzerland, they start and finish their day with 10 splashes of ice cold water. Wow. And they drink 2 to 4 liters of spring water every day.
You
so
said
that
liters?
is just their daily.
Wow. That's a lot of water.
And then of course, sunscreen. We need sunscreen,
yes.
Because the sun is really, one of the quickest ways to age ourselves by not, protecting our skin from some of these harsh conditions in the environment. So again, utilizing good products, but then also finding products that have the antioxidants that are going to fight off, the free radicals, whether it's pollution or, dust or sun, that's going to then, age your skin a lot faster. So those are kind of my tips. And I'm a big firm believer that it's not necessarily always what you put on your skin and your body, but also what you put in your body as well, which makes a huge difference on how you show up.
That's such good advice. And, a lot of people usually say this to me. When you have people always say, well, you have darker skin, you shouldn't use sunscreen, but that's not true. No. Everybody should use sunscreen. And it's such great advice.
Skin, though, girl.
Oh, well, thank
Seriously.
you. I think with
literally is like,
thank you.
you.
She's got amazing. So sunscreen, staying very hydrated as well. So do you currently have like toners as well, or that's something
or
down the line?
Moisturizers or whatever. Yeah. Tell us all things.
Well, yeah, definitely. So it's just a different format, right? It's more into a stick and a balm versus a lotion. So that can be a little bit of a change in how you're doing your skincare versus, having like 6 different bottles. Also from a neuroscience perspective, this makes things a lot more calm for you. It makes it just much easier to go in and just use the same type of packaging and product type. So that's why we did all solids and not a bunch of different ones. However, we are working on a beautiful hydrosol based on the beauty secrets of Turkey.
Wow.
And Korea. So we will have a rose hydrosol, which is, you know, a lot of the plant extracts, as well as some of the modern science.
That's so cool.
And then, like I said, again, these are all different textures. So, you know, the primer serum as your daytime moisturizer is going to feel a lot lighter than a balm, which you would want to use more for the targeted hydration. And then, you know, the next thing we're working on, obviously, is an amazing oil for the skin.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we love some oil.
Such
So
amazing.
nice.
I mean, that's incredible.
That's
wow.
great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. But Eve, like, I'd like to know your skincare routine because you do have,
girl,
like,
you have
the
perfect
most
skin.
gorgeous.
Well, you have good skin as well. When last did I see you? I saw you in September and you looked, she's always looking nice and glowy every time I see you. So, I mean, I like the simplicity, seriously. And now that I've learned a lot more about your brand and the products, I'm definitely going to go and purchase a lot of it because I love the simplicity. I use too many things at once, but I use retinol every day. I mean, I use different things because, as you said, it's not about the price point. It's about the consistency. So that's the one message that I really took out of this for a lot of women out there or men or anyone in the world is consistency. You got to eat healthy, drink a lot of fluids. I drink water. I drink a lot of water every day. I drink so much water and sunscreen. I never go out without sunscreen. To me, it's the one thing that helps because I'll tell you one. I was in Taiwan several years ago and I literally forgot to use sunscreen. I came back and I was having age spots. That's what happened.
What?
So,
what sunscreen do you use?
Yeah.
There's so many out there. I use Laneige. I don't know. I use so many Goop. I use Goop.
Yeah, Super Goop thing.
Super Goop. I use so many. There's so many different products. Yeah. So
I love it. And what's next for you? Like you're talking about your new line and launching in 2026 is amazing. Where else are you traveling? How else do you like pull inspiration? Because you talked about Turkey. Like what's your next like beauty trend that you think that's like taking off on TikTok or other trends that are happening? You're like, ooh, I'm gonna hop on that train. Let me see where I can go. Like, what do you think's next for skincare?
I wish I was a trend-driven person, but again, being an innovator, I rarely follow trend. I like to create products that are actually just going to work.
So smart.
And do good things.
Timeless is great.
For us, for us, we've partnered with some really interesting countries that will be doing heritage in orbit. So we just partnered with the Maldives Space Agency.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We're taking Maldivian beauty secrets into space certified biotech. We're working on a pretty big plan with Colombia and really celebrating their 4 regions from the coffee region to the Amazon.
Wow.
We're working with Australia right now to start more microgravity research and testing on
what is microgravity? What is that? What is that? Teach us. What is microgravity? What is that?
Space and
microgravity. So things accelerate a lot faster in microgravity and zero G. So
I see.
You'll notice that like research is happening up in space because everything's accelerated and there's a lot we can learn from these different environments. And so we're starting with some microgravity testing and research with our Australian partner in Western Australia, which we're really excited about. And that will help us to start to identify if we can move some of these products into standard of care, whether it's, post radiation for breast cancer patients, wound healing, all of that. So that's some of the heavier stuff that we're working on in parallel to obviously bringing everyday women like us amazing products that work, that simplify your routine, that empower you to go out there and just jet set into your best life. But we are very global and, we are working on some projects in the Middle East as well, which is exciting. I love UAE. Especially after spending 3 weeks in Dubai, the food. Oh, I'm missing all the good food.
I haven't been to Dubai. I've
never been. We should go.
I was supposed to be in Dubai last month. In November. I got had an award from this magazine in Dubai. I was supposed to be there.
Amazing.
But it's one of the places that I would love to go. And I saw your pictures. It was incredible. I saw pictures in Sydney. I've been to Sydney. I love Sydney. One of the things that I wanted to say is your schedule moves at such an international pace. what anchors you when life becomes loud? You're so busy all the time traveling. So what keeps you mentally zen?
I think again, like just having a really strong spiritual side. Like I always have that, no matter where I am in the world. But I know I get to come home to beautiful San Diego. I live right on the ocean.
Ugh.
I grew up here. Obviously, lived in LA for 15 years because my husband hosted Access Hollywood for 12 of the 15. But about 2 years ago, I told him, I'm like, I love you, but I love real tacos, real people, and real beaches more.
Yes.
San Diego, and I'm going to be there. I don't want a divorce, but if you want to join me. And so he came down, and I think, just being able to ground yourself in finding those different, whatever the rituals are in your life. I'm a big person on ritual, finding ways to ground yourself. So for me, that is walking on the beach barefoot.
With your dogs.
Tapping, tapping, finding time to do brainwave vibration meditation, which is one of my favorite things I learned from a Korean master, which is amazing. And then just, giving yourself grace when you are running around at that schedule. I don't eat or sleep when I'm on these trips, which is terrible.
Yeah.
But then I know I get to come home and to catch up on all of that, which is what I'm doing this week.
That's wonderful. Are you on the beach? I know you seem like I see pictures of you with your dog.
Yes. Literally, I'm on a river, a harbor, and a beach right now. So I can walk out and within 60 seconds, I'll be right there on the beach. So you have to come visit.
That's fantastic. I would love to. Obviously, it's the holiday season. And now that you've been traveling, you're back home. How do you celebrate this episode may air, of course, it's going to air in 2026, but it's that time of the year. We've got to talk about the holidays.
Yeah, the holidays.
How do you celebrate?
Traditions, all the things.
I have my favorite dishes that I cook.
Ooh, tell us.
But I do a really good sweet potato yum yum with coconut and brown sugar.
I'm there. I'm coming over. I'm driving to San Diego. Done.
But I think this is for me, I because I do travel so much, I really look forward to this time of year to catch up with my friends and, just to catch up with everybody and without guilt, spend time with people and not be like, oh my God, I got to go back and work, And so the next couple of weeks, I'm really looking forward to catching up with all my friends and going and seeing all the pretty, Christmas lights at Hotel Del. They just finished their renovation in Coronado and just getting in the holiday spirit, if that's possible. I never felt like in my career I had a holiday because this is the busiest time of year for retailers. Scheduling, planning for the next year. So a lot of our meetings happen this time of year for 2026. So it's just finding that balance.
So smart. And if you could have a magic wand and wave it and be like, this is going to be my life for this is my legacy. What do you want? With your company, with yourself, what if you could have full agency to be this is what's going to happen in my life? What's your dream now? Because you've accomplished so much. Your business is booming. You're about to go in stores 2026. This
Incredible.
is huge. What else is there? What else do you want to conquer in the world?
Ease. I'm just looking forward to simplifying everything. But I think, for me, I've always had 4 just simple goals. 1, work with really good people, have fun working with them. I have a really strong no asshole policy, especially as I've gotten older. I literally have a sign over my door that says I'm taking a nap, which means I have a no asshole policy. So if you want one, don't
I like that.
I love that. I'm taking a nap.
Wow.
Yes.
2, obviously, creating incredible impact for the next generation as well as this generation. That's a really important part of my legacy I want to leave is positive impact, and especially for women. Because I feel like sometimes we just have all the decks against us just because we were born a woman, especially in business. It's interesting when you look at the landscape, and even with these astronauts that I work with, it's the men are funded to go up by their countries, $65 million. You have all these beautiful women astronauts that are training, that are bold, that are courageous, that are smart, beautiful, talented, and they're told to go raise 65 million on their own. So,
wow.
you know, like for me, it's what do we need
The
to do to
disparities.
start to level the playing field for our generation and the next generation to create more opportunities. Third goal, obviously, let's make some money and have some fun.
Yes.
And then my fourth goal, I think, is just move to Barcelona, you know.
Oh, wait, what's in Barcelona?
Move to Barcelona?
That sounds awesome. What's in Barcelona other than the good food and I
Of
guess
course,
the weather?
the weather.
Good food. I feel like Barcelona is like sexy San Diego.
Yes.
Good I love that.
Good architecture. It's a beautiful city. So you've just touched on this earlier. You often speak about creating access for women who do not always see themselves represented in leadership. You know, what is the most common barrier you see holding women back?
And how do you overcome that challenge?
I mean, obviously, I think funding for female-founded companies is ridiculous. It was at 2% of women-founded companies are funded in the United States in venture. It's now dropped even lower.
Wow.
And if you're a minority woman, forget it, it's under 0.5%.
Why?
So that...
It's just how it is.
But why? Can you explain why?
It's just how it is.
If I was a guy and I was pitching the fact that we got certified for space. We went to space. We broke a defense record in 120 days.
Wow.
I'd probably
That's
have
incredible.
25 million in
That's
funding.
amazing.
Fantastic.
Right? But different. And so that's why I was very committed with Ready, Set, Jet to bring in as many women funders and teach women, like, this is what a safe note is. This is how you do an investment. This is what it can mean for you. And a lot of women who invested in our company did it with their daughters or with their mothers, which was amazing.
That.
So it's, multi-generational investment coming in. And a lot of them is their very, very first investment. So I feel very responsible to make sure that, they hit their goals. But, that's the only way we're going to start to change the narrative out there, is getting more women to start investing in women, no differently than men do. I mean, men will go have a dinner, have 10 of their friends pitch the idea, and they'll be like, yeah, I'll throw 100,000 in. I'll throw 100,000 in. And by the end of the night, this guy's got $1 million and probably not even the best business idea. But, I have yet to be at a dinner with women where they're like, yeah, I'll throw.
Yeah.
But I think we're starting to get to the point where women understand that it's time to build their own financial independence, to become financially empowered, and also support other amazing women in business. And that's a big part of Pass the Baton and Ready, Set, Jet.
Oh, that is fantastic. You are a trailblazer. You broke the glass ceiling. Oh my goodness. It's fantastic. I mean,
shattered the atmospheric ceiling.
You literally did. This is fantastic.
So cool.
One thing that a lot of people would probably wonder, because people see you are the very, very top of, the game. How did you get started? I mean, you talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's so difficult. There are so many people in the world who want to start something new. I don't care what it is, whether it's acting or business. What advice would you give? Because there's so many hurdles, especially in today's world. So how did you, you touched on it earlier, but how would you advise someone who has a dream and they don't really know how to go out and pursue it?
I have had such a journey of taking such massive body blows and having to get up and start over. And I think never losing the vision of your end goal.
Yes.
Like, what is your goal? And then the journey there is going to be all kinds of things. You're going to fall down the mountain. You're going to have to climb back up. You might have to, buy new clothes. I mean, whatever the journey is, that should not dissuade you from reaching your end goal. And I have had a goal since I was 19 of where I wanted to go. And the journey to this point of my career has just been, I think probably 99% of the people would have given up, with some of the things that I've had to deal with in my journey, whether it's been extreme sexual harassment, just inappropriate behavior, bullying, not, trying to have to figure it out on my own, not having the right mentorship. And that's really why I'm so committed to making sure that other women don't have to go through that.
Wow.
And that's why we created Pass the Baton and Power Beauty Living, because it's hard.
It's hard.
And so I think staying true to yourself and your knowing, like no matter what's happened, like I'm like, okay, you can take all this away from me, but you can't take my talent. You can't take my drive. You can't take my grit. You can't take my determination. And that is what has allowed me to get to where I am in my career. And I think, you know, sometimes I'll hear such crazy stuff when I'm out there and, you know, I just tell people, I'm like, this is not is this going to happen? This is not, is it going to happen? It's when it's going to happen, because I don't give up.
Good. Oh, wow.
Good for you.
That's such good advice.
Determination, building a thick skin, surrounding yourself with like-minded people, but staying true to whatever that passion and goal is that you want to get to. Don't worry about what happens in between. Just stay focused.
I like that. Oh my goodness. Roger is just there. He's just given me the 3-minute mark. So the last question is, if you were to have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh my gosh. Well, now I have to say Elon Musk because, you know, I'm playing in the world of space. We went up on a space rocket, a SpaceX rocket to the ISS. So I think just out of curiosity, I would want to have dinner with him and just learn what I can. You know, God, there's so many people. Richard Branson has always been a huge inspiration to me. You know, his lust for life, his ability to build such an incredible business off of Virgin with the rockets, the airlines, the hotels, the cruise ships, all of that's so interesting to me. And, you know, I think I love Sarah Blakely from Spain. I mean, she's just amazing.
Shalini, thank you for joining us today. The reach of your work extends far beyond beauty or business. You inspire people around the world to rethink what's possible. I'm grateful we had the opportunity to chat with you today. What an amazing episode. Very inspiring, right?
Inspired me, definitely, for sure.
And a lot of wonderful advice. Roger, thank you so much for producing. Usher out there, you know, behind the cameras. Thank you for working behind.
Roger.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me. Shalini, thank you. I hope to see you soon. Next year, we should have dinner whenever you're in LA. Happy holidays. See you soon again. Thank you so much for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this inspirational episode with Shalini. Please remember to watch it on the Discovery Pod with Eve's YouTube channel or on your favorite podcast platform. Again, watch us every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. You never know who's going to stop by. Until then, see you next week. Thanks again, Shalini. Happy holidays.